You talked a lot the other day about competitiveness. Did you feel that was an issue, or what else? I mean, what else do you point to?
Yeah, I told the guys at half, and I told them just now, and I told them at half that, it was, I put it on myself. I did some things preparation-wise that sort of weren't the right things, and it blatantly showed up, right out of the gate, and I'm just disappointed in that, and that's what I told them at half, and I told them, it's on me, coach, on the coach. I, told them at half. I said we're playing the next 20 minutes. It's a brand new game. We got to eliminate that one because that wasn't that wasn't our players. That wasn't our players as we've seen them play all year. And I thought in the second half, obviously, we played better. We did things we were more comfortable doing, and it wasn't at all that competitiveness. When you know what you're doing, you're competitive. You stand a much greater chance, and like some of those changes just was not good for our guys, and it had nothing to do with their competitiveness whatsoever. San Diego State, obviously very good defensive team, got hands on tons of balls, but I definitely have to make sure that I do. I'm going to learn from this myself as a coach with this team as I ask the players to grow and learn. Well, I'm going to make sure I do that, and I made sure I told those guys that so that we can come back on Sunday and show that we're a different team than we showed in that first 20 minutes.
Coach, I guess the good thing is it's only one game in a longer season. So, I mean, like you kind of were just alluding to, where do you go in the next day or so? Kind of what do you work on to make sure you have that better effort and a better game plan when you see them again Sunday night?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think like I just told our guys, what we're going to do tomorrow is we might watch, another. The film is not going to do much for us, but we will look at some things defensively that they did that we can shore up because it's things that other teams have done against us as well. So we'll do that, and then I'm going to make sure that I go back and make sure that the guys know, what they already know. Anything that we did a little different today, no, we're going back to what our guys know. Because when our guys are doing what they know, they've shown that they can do it pretty well, at different times. Now, we got to do it against San Diego State, against a good team. But that's all that tomorrow is going to be about, making sure that we know and those guys in that locker room know we're doing what they know. We're doing what we've done over and over again since we got here. And I think that'll put them in the best position to do what you said. We got another game on Sunday. We have an opportunity to show we're not the team we were in the first 20 minutes. And, I have confidence in our guys. And I know I'm going to do a better job getting them ready to play on Sunday.
Coach, did you know right away, because it's you, and I hope you don't think I'm being insulting in any way. You were very calm, even like 5 minutes into the game. Not that you're not a calm guy, but did you know right away, like, oh, I screwed this up?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I did. And the reason is, whatever it is, it wasn't these things that are out of ordinary. It's just they were things where I could see that it was making our guys not play with that sort of, that knowledge that they know exactly what it is. And obviously when you play against a really good team, you got to have that, so I did know it, and that's why I said, I told our guys, I'm just really disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself. I think it's coaches and players are in this together, you know what I mean? And if players sometimes don't play well, coaches sometimes can do a better job. And, and I think, hopefully this can be a situation where it brings us together even closer than I think our team has been, in this short amount of time we've been together. So, we're going to learn from it. I'm going to learn from it. The guys are going to learn from it. We're going to learn from it together. And, we will be a different team, and we're going to learn from this as we, play Sunday, as we go play next Thursday and Saturday. And like Dylan said, it's one game in 25 or 6 this year, and that's how we're going to make sure we approach this.
Coach, just kind of on that thought right here. I mean, your team certainly came out in the second half and showed a lot of fight. I mean, that's a game you could lose by 80 points, if you kind of duplicate the first half, but the second half, a much better effort. Do you learn something about your players in a game like that where things didn't go well in the first 20, but in the final 20, at least, they stepped on the court and showed a lot of pride out there?
I mean, what you learn is what I think I already know about these guys, and it's good to see that in that environment. I also think, we had whatever that foul difficulties were that were unbelievable foul difficulties. And, in some respects in the second half, I got C.J. Howard out there, and he played some minutes. And, it's something where maybe we can move forward from here and say, hey, C.J. can give us, a couple of those minutes, in a game in the first half when we need it. And there's no question we need that. We need a little bit more depth, and that's a positive there. Mason Taylor got more minutes out there in that half. And the other thing, I thought Glenn McClintock, who, he played better in the second half, so that was important to see for a freshman to come out and play better in the second half. And I actually thought Nick Jackson, we know last week on the second game against Monday, he played pretty well, and I thought there was some activity level from Nick all night. And, again, so there's definitely things we can take from it. It was good to see Amika Kaya, in the second half, went back to playing, sort of saw him play the way he was playing the first game against Wyoming. So, again, we're going to take those positives. There'll be positives for our guys, and then we're going to turn something that we're not happy about, and we're going to figure out how to turn it into something that we'll look back on and have it be a positive for this team and our program.
Yeah. Can you just elaborate on what these changes were that you're taking responsibility for, and what you try to do differently?
It's just, it's not really change. It's just things where, I just made a little adjustments, that to certain things that we do that they weren't the right adjustments, so, that's all. It's no big thing, I don't think. I know, because I know tomorrow we're going to be able to unadjust whatever those adjustments were, so it's not really a big thing. I just think it's important that, I didn't do a good job getting our team ready for this game. That's basically what it comes down to. You got to give San Diego State credit for how they played. And like anything, as players look at themselves after they play a game, coaches do too. And, I knew, we sort of knew it at half. So our guys did a good job of coming out in the second half and sort of doing what they know. And we definitely played better, and we're gonna build off of that.
It's definitely a tough loss for us. We can take a lot of positives from it, like Coach was saying. There's some adjustments that we made, and we weren't on the same page as players, and it probably weren't the right things to do. But we went back to ourselves in the second half. I thought we showed a lot of promise and showed what we could do. We were a lot more confident, and it starts with me. I've got to be a better leader. Keaton Van Solen's got to be a better leader out there, especially, we can't come out like that and play like that in the first half. No matter what adjustments we were making, it's all. I thought the guys played hard, but it's just we've been here for. I've been here. This is my 5th year here because I went to the prep school. So I got to have confidence in myself. I have to have confidence in my teammates that I've been playing with. So no matter what adjustments we're making, even if they're right or wrong, we got to come out and play harder than that. Maybe not harder, but execute better. Cut harder, get back in transition defense better. I think there's a lot of things that we can work on, and I think we improved tremendously in the second half, especially on offense. I mean, you go from scoring 16 points in the first half to, I guess, 45 in the second half. So there's a lot of positives that can come from it. Definitely tough on the guys, and we're going to keep our heads up, keep grinding through it. There's ups and downs with every season, so.
Hey, Chris, obviously, like you mentioned, you guys certainly battled back in that second half here. I guess what's kind of the key for the complete game for this team, where you don't need to, turn on the second half, you play 40 minutes, where you stay in a game like that against a good team?
I think for us is we got to come out and not be timid with our offense and our cuts. It's usually like the other team's hitting us on our cuts or something, and it's just throwing us off a little bit, and we're not running our offense in the way we know how. And that, I think turnovers are a big thing for us. So if we don't turn the ball over like we did against Wyoming, when we had 8 turnovers, that helped us out a lot. When we just get out of the flow of our offense, it kills us. So I think if we just have confidence in each other, trust each other, get to those second, third actions within the offense, I think a lot of teams can't really guard us. And you kind of saw that in the second half. We got the ball in the post. We were sharing the ball a lot. So there's definitely some positives that we can take from this. And, we're going to look at the tape and see what we can do better.
Hey, Chris, Coach stressed this week, or he told us anyways, about this, your competitive nature, and this, it will lead to engine of growth. Did you see that in the second half? Because if you look at the second half, it was pretty even.
Yep. We talked about at halftime, we just got to come out here and fight as hard as we can, no matter what. And I think, I know I was out there playing as hard as I could, leaving it all on the floor. And I know all the guys in that locker room were doing the same thing. So, sometimes you're not making shots. The other team's making a lot of shots. But if you can just stay within yourself, stay together as a team, I think we can grow, like what Coach is talking about, grow a lot just because we're so competitive and we're playing so hard and playing as a team.
Yeah. Can you give us just a rough idea of what these adjustments were? The coach mentioned them. You've mentioned them, that you guys tried something different that didn't work. Like, without giving away your game plan, can you kind of allude to what it is that you tried?
It was just small adjustments on, different ways we were going to cut, different way when we were going to set different ball screens and stuff like that. And we just weren't on the same page, I guess. It was maybe not even the same page. We just weren't confident because we hadn't really done some of those things. But we went back. We said at halftime, we're going to go back what we've been doing. And obviously we played a lot better on offense. And, we're going to stay that way. So, those adjustments, like, we're going to pretend those didn't even happen. We're just going to go back to the way we were playing. Keep growing on offense because, it's maybe we haven't been playing and scoring as many points as we would like every game, but we're getting better and better with each game. And if we can keep playing hard, keep getting back on defense and playing hard, I think we can keep growing and get some wins, especially getting these tough conference games out in the beginning of the conference schedule.